The psychology of narcissism. Even before the invention of the self-portrait, the cultures of ancient Greece and Rome told the story of a man who was obsessed with his own image. Narcissus, the hero of the story, is a handsome guy who goes on an epic quest to find true love. He rejected the advances of the nymph Echo, but later fell in love with his own reflection in a river. Since Narcissus was captivated and unable to pull away, he ended up dying in the river. The Narcissus flower is named after him because it bloomed where he was killed. This parable captures the essence of narcissism, an unhealthy fixation on one's own importance. Despite its prevalence in popular advice columns, narcissism is not just a personality trait. It's also a set of characteristics that psychologists have defined and studied in great detail. Narcissism, from a psychological perspective, is defined as having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance. Narcissistic people tend to believe they deserve special treatment since they're better than other people in every way: looks, intelligence, relevance, etc. According to the field of psychology, there are two distinct varieties of narcissism: grandiose and vulnerable. Next, we shall discuss the more extreme form of this problem, narcissistic personality disorder. The most obvious kind of narcissism is grandiose narcissism, which is characterized by extroversion, dominance, and the need for others to pay attention to them. Narcissists with a larger-than-life ego often seek positions of authority in society, whether it be as politicians, entertainers, or cultural icons. But not all those who seek authority are egocentric. Many of these people have lofty goals in mind, including realizing their full potential or helping those around them improve their lot in life. Yet, those who exhibit narcissistic qualities crave authority in order to elevate their own reputation and garner more public admiration. Narcissists who are susceptible to vulnerability, on the other hand, are often shy and withdrawn. They have an overinflated sense of self-importance and are easily frightened or insulted. However, the long-term negative effects of narcissism seem to be more pronounced regardless of personality type. Because of their egocentric nature, narcissistic leaders may make unethical or dangerous choices, and narcissistic couples may be dishonest or unfaithful to their loved ones. They may become aggressive and resentful if their idealized sense of self is challenged. This situation is analogous to an illness in which the patient may feel fine, but may cause distress to individuals in close proximity to them. A narcissistic personality disorder is a mental illness characterized by severe examples of this behavior. It's more common in men, affects 1% to 2% of the population, and is only diagnosed in adulthood. Selfish behavior from young people, especially youngsters, may be understood as a natural aspect of childhood development. A grandiose sense of self, deficiencies in empathy, a sense of entitlement, and a need for admiration or attention are all characteristics of narcissistic personality disorder. When these traits become all-consuming and problematic, they give rise to a diagnosable personality disorder. Take, for example, the practice of using one's spouse or children as a source of adoration and praise, rather than caring for them, or the refusal to accept helpful criticism of one's work, and the insistence, instead, that the criticizer is erroneous. Notwithstanding the findings of studies, which suggest a significant hereditary component, the exact genetic foundations of narcissism remain a mystery. There is a genetic component to narcissism, but environmental factors also play a part. Parents who lavish their children with praise may encourage grandiose narcissism, whereas parents who are unresponsive and dominant may contribute to the development of vulnerable narcissism. Cultures that value uniqueness and self-promotion appear to have a good effect on narcissism. As an illustrative case in point, consider the United States, where a shift from the 1960s emphasis on communal interests to the self-esteem movement and the subsequent rise in materialism in the 1970s likely contributed to a dramatic rise in narcissistic tendencies among its citizens. Even though there isn't strong proof that social media makes people narcissistic, its pervasiveness in recent years has increased opportunities for self-promotion. Instead, it's used by narcissists as a means to gain prominence and admiration. Could those who struggle with narcissism learn to manage the disorder's drawbacks? Absolutely, without a doubt. Psychotherapy and other forms of cultivating self-awareness and social empathy are two examples of helpful methods. The catch is that persistent attempts to better oneself can be intimidating for people with narcissistic personality disorder, mainly because self-reflection may reveal an unpleasant element of their nature. For now, this is all I can say in today's video. As always, I hope this is useful to you in some way. Please don't hesitate to leave your comments below. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Have a nice day.
The conclusion in this video: have you ever heard of the story of Narcissus? He was a man who fell in love with his own reflection and ended up dying because he could not look away. This story is a perfect example of narcissism, which is an unhealthy obsession with one's own importance. Psychologists have defined narcissism as having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance. And there are two types of narcissism: grandiose and vulnerable. Grandiose narcissism is characterized by extroversion, dominance, and the need for attention, while vulnerable narcissism is characterized by shyness and an overinflated sense of self-importance. Narcissist people can become aggressive and resentful if their idealized sense of self is challenged, and their behavior can have negative effect on those around them. Narcissist personality disorder is a mental illness characterized by sharp narcissist behavior. Parents who excessively praise their children or are impulsive and dominant may contribute to the development of narcissism. Culture that value uniqueness and self-promotion can also contribute to the risk of narcissist tendencies. Fortunately, there are ways to manage narcissist behavior, such as physical therapy and cultivating self-awareness and social empathy. However, self-reflection may be intimidating for people with narcissist personality disorder. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.